So the end of the school year is approaching, and some of you will be graduating. Others may know that you're moving and you want to keep all of your files that are in OneNote. This video will talk briefly about how to export your files from OneNote and the reason for that. There's also another concern that you'll have, which is all your files that are in your Google Drive, which will be another video. Both of these videos will be able to help you access your files after you leave this school, whether you're graduating or you are moving to another school district. This is important because once you graduate or move, your files will not be accessible anymore. Your accounts will be deleted, and then also that means your files with them being deleted will go and be deleted. So this video for OneNote notebooks, you'll have to do this for each of your notebooks individually. You can also follow these steps and just download or export individual pages or sections. So this is OneNote, one place for all your notes is a page. If you want the whole section, which is this quick notes, which would include all the pages, you would export the section. And then if you want the notebook, then you would have to make sure that you export the entire notebook. So this is important that you get these files exported and placed somewhere that does not have a connection with school, so that if you were to move or graduate, that you will be able to access these afterwards, after leaving or graduating. So first step is to click on File, and on the file you get the option to export. Now before I export, it's really important to know that as I look over here on the right side, all of my files except for this first one are syncing online. So that means that these files are syncing to an Office 365 website that is associated with your school account. So each of these will need to be downloaded or exported and then saved to a thumb drive or a personal Google account or another cloud drive, so that is not associated with school. And the reason why you need to either have a thumb drive or an account not associated with school is so that you can access these files that you export after you graduate or move from the district. This top one, my notebook, is actually on this computer, so you will need to export this one as well, because once you turn in your laptop, you will no longer have access to this file because it is on the laptop that you currently are using. So the best way to do this is for each of these notebooks. If I want these, and again this is just for the things that you want access to after you graduate or move out of the district, I need to do it for each of these. So make sure that you are on the notebook that you want to export before you go. So for example, I am currently in my notebook, and so I'm going to click on File and then Export. So just like I'm on the notebook, which is called My Notebook, I select My Notebook and then OneNote Package as the file type to export. Now if I didn't want the whole notebook and I just wanted a section or a page, then I would need to go back here to the location and make sure I'm selected in the section that I want to export. Or if I'm looking for just a page, I make sure that I have selected the page that I want to export. So I am going to, again, going to export the entire notebook, and I am in currently my notebook, so I then can click on Export. If I want to do any of these other notebooks, then I will need to go back, click on the notebooks, and then select the notebook that I want to export. So I am going to export my notebook. It's selected and the name is there at the top. I click File and then Export. I want the whole notebook, so I click on Notebook, and then on the right side I need to make sure I click the correct file type. I want to edit and change things later just in the same format and use OneNote to do that, so I make sure I click on OneNote Package and then I click on Export. Now I need to download this or export it, so I'm going to keep it as my notebook. And then I need to locate a place that is not on this computer, and so I have a thumb drive and put into the USB drive of my computer, which is this USB drive E. I click on that, and then I can click on Documents, and then I can export it right here into this Documents folder. So it's called My Notebook. It's in my Documents folder of my USB drive, and I click Save. Now this whole notebook, my notebook, will be exported onto the thumb drive, and then when I get onto another computer where I want to export these, I can go ahead and, open them up. I can go to that computer, open them up on that computer, and I'll have access to them, to this OneNote Class Notebook again. So again, I've just done that for my notebook. You will need to go back and export for each of these that you want to keep. If there's a notebook that you don't want to keep, you don't have to export it. It'll go away, it'll be gone, and you will not have access to it ever again, and that's okay if you don't need it. But if any of those that you want, you'll need to follow those same steps that I did just now for my notebook. So those are the steps to export a notebook or my OneNote Class Notebook that you've used this year, and to be able to retain all of the files, or pages, sections, and notebooks that are that you want to have access to after you graduate or move.